Dude, again?
Here is the theme song for What's the Odds?
Thank you very much for joining me. How you been?
Cool, I'll fix it in post.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Rannazzisi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. I'm Steve Rannazzisi. Lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. I'm Steve Rannazzisi. What's the odds? What's the odds? What's the odds?
What are the odds, ladies and gentlemen, that I can actually get this theme song to work correctly on a Wednesday?
So much game.
One thing to do every single week, and I fuck it up. Hey, what's up? We're back. Thanks for joining us. What's the Odds podcast live earlier than 2 o'clock Wednesday at the All Things Comedy Studio. Brenton Biddlecombe, Lucas Hurl,
what's up?
Myself, Emma's on the phones on the ones and twos, making things happen. I'm excited. I'm in a good mood, dude, because my back feels good. I was in Denver this past weekend. I did a little hot yoga, stretched that puppy out, feeling good, feeling like tall again. Might even stand up a little bit during this podcast. And well, first of all, I want to say thanks to every single person that came out to the Denver Comedy Works this past weekend. I truly have a real love for that club. The staff, the people, the atmosphere, everything about it is great. So I had a blast, and so thank you to everyone who came out. And I'll see you in the summer with my one-man show. But this weekend, we have a big weekend coming up, fellas. The three of us are heading on down to San Diego together to perform at the La Jolla Comedy Store. I'm excited because I'd like to make some content while we're down there, perhaps. And I think that we're going to have fun together, guys. I think we're not staying in the condo, which I'm disappointed about.
It's a good hotel, though, if I remember right.
Yeah, but
It's got a health club.
So the condo's beach was the health club, dude. Like, this is the first time I'm ever going there. I'm not staying in the condo. It's gonna be the weirdest.
Steve, they have breakfast before 9. It's a good place. You should be excited.
Who wakes up before 9 and at the condo?
It's a good hotel, man.
Look,
We're disappointed.
it's
sucks.
just I always look at it like it's, especially going with friends. It's like
part
a
of the
clubhouse.
ambiance.
Look, if they were sending me down with people I didn't know or someone I didn't know, and get a hotel and that's that. But yeah, I'm gonna miss the condo.
Yeah.
I thought maybe we could have gotten a balloon launcher and recreated me and Ari Shaffir and John Caparulo shooting water balloons onto people onto the beach. We could have done that. As a
Can't do it
3-pack,
now.
it's good. I know. But if you are in the LA and the La Jolla area, please come down to the shows. Friday night's already sold. Well, Friday night early show is sold out. Second show is almost sold out. Then Saturday will fall, and then Sunday will be left, and then it'll be us and you on Sunday, and we'll have a great time. I'm excited about it. Are you guys?
Yeah, I'm pumped.
Yes.
Yes, we're ready.
So excited, Steve.
Yep.
It's Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day.
Are you bringing your lady down?
Well, what might happen is she went to a bridal expo last week.
Oh, Jesus.
And she got talked into a
what?
timeshare
Being
convention.
called out of it? Oh.
So
timeshare convention?
we might be in Escondido Saturday during the day, sitting through a timeshare convention.
Wait a minute.
That sounds like a waste of time.
Are you out of your mind?
I was not there. I got the phone call. Hey, so we're going to be down in San Diego this weekend.
Yeah.
And, I thought, they were very aggressive. But
Who was very aggressive, babe?
They were very aggressive.
Who's
and
they?
I thought, they're going to give us a free week in Hawaii, and that's where we're going on our honeymoon.
Who's
So
giving free weeks to
maybe
Hawaii, babe?
We just had to sit through a 2-hour thing.
When?
We don't have to go on Saturday, but we're already
Saturday? This Saturday?
We're already going to be down there. And
You
I
want to go
figured,
to a conference during
why are you
Saturday
raising-
afternoon?
You don't have to be mad, okay? I can get out of it.
not getting mad. I'm just not-
They
I'm
took my
very
credit card,
confused.
and it's going to cost us $50
$50 if we don't go.
if we don't go. So I just thought, I'd ask you if you wanted to do it.
It doesn't seem like you're asking. It seems like I'm being held hostage for $50
Yes.
after doing this.
Yes, we already
Yeah.
made the decision, so we're gonna go.
We made the decision?
Yes.
I don't think we did anything. I think
Look,
I'm
I
being
left
told
you.
now.
You're sitting on your fat ass watching XFL football, eating pizza. I'm out here doing things. Okay, I care about
Doing
us.
what? Trying to get us free trips to Hawaii?
You're just watching football. That's all you do anymore.
And you know what that's made us so far? $1 million. So I don't know why you're trying to spend it so fast. Anyway, Saturday, if you want to come find me and Lucas Hurl on the beach fucking flexing.
Yeah.
Getting our fucking swole on.
Damn right.
Getting, probably lobster red.
I can do that.
Come find us on the beach. Brenton will be out in Escondido with his lady.
Going to be a new timeshare owner.
I can't. Oh my. And honestly, it makes me feel bad about myself
I'm gonna show up
that
Saturday.
I know a rube like you.
But I'm going to show up Saturday night and be like, guys, they gave me a deal I couldn't refuse.
Yeah,
I had to do it.
I wrote him a check for $7,000. Now I get
had
to,
to
go Hawaii
do it,
once.
you guys.
I think Steve and I should go with you and say, hey, this guy just won $1 million.
Because I had to get 6
He's
of
got
them.
money,
It was
guys.
a better deal if you got 6 at the same time.
I just don't get it.
I told him that
We might get out of it.
Yeah,
her mom was with her, and then she called the people, and hopefully we don't have to go.
and it's
But
50
I'm just giving you a heads up.
How did it even
Saturday,
begin?
I don't know.
Was it a
I wasn't
brand-
there.
Was
I
it a
wasn't there.
telemarketing phone call? Did someone
No,
knock
no,
on
no,
your
no.
door?
She was at a bridal expo. She was at the LA Convention Center walking
yeah.
around. Someone stopped her with a clipboard. They were in her face. She freaked out. She panicked. And she just started signing stuff.
What bad? Those bridal expos, women are crazy at those things. They're
Yeah.
in different mindset. How
Yeah.
dare you take advantage? Those people and the fucking credit card cunts at the college campuses, I don't even know if it's legal anymore, but they would sit in the cafeteria area. You'd be 18 years old. You'd walk over. You'd get a fucking tray of baked ziti. And you go sit down, and somebody would come over and be like, hey, you need money? You'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I need money. Sign this up and get a free t-shirt. Fuck yeah. Bingo. Now I got a $30,000 Discover card credit
Yeah.
limit.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And I'm 29 years old, still trying to figure out how to pay that off.
Well, that's why I went to community college. No one shows up there.
Brenton, I'll tell you what. This thing, you got to nip this in the bud. Okay, could be a one-time only thing for this whole signing stuff up, because it's a slippery slope, bro.
Hey, man.
What if she likes it? What if she gets into it? Next thing you know, you're signing yourself up for timeshares all over the place.
No.
Relax. Tell her,
No.
honey, I've done well this year. Okay, we don't need the free thing, the free breakfast
we'll
and
buy
Escondido.
another house. We're not getting a timeshare.
What time's this thing? You have to wake up early on Saturday?
I have no idea.
Don't
I gotta
wake
find
us
out.
up.
No, I'm not going to wake you up.
Oh, we're not in the condo. Wouldn't even matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Wouldn't even fucking matter. Did you watch the Academy Awards
Good segue.
Oscars?
I did, yeah. I thought it was all right.
I was
don't
on
mind
stage.
not having a
I
host.
saw pieces of it.
I don't mind not having a host. I think it flows
They
better.
kinda did.
It was a lot shorter than it has been in the past.
Yeah.
So that was good.
It's back way of not having a host. They had a
Yeah.
musical number open it up, and then they had Chris Rock and Steve Martin come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
were
by the
great.
way, they were at the Comedy Store working shit out. That was depressing that I was on the road.
Have you
and I
ever seen
didn't get
Steve
to it.
Martin there?
No,
I haven't either.
no,
Dude, he
never.
doesn't. He's done stand up once since he retired 30 years ago, and that was because he lost a bet to Seinfeld. So he went up. At
Yeah,
like
he
one of
opened
his,
for him at the Beacon shows.
Did 5 minutes there.
Wow.
Yeah, together, iconic,
So he's done stand up twice since he retired.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I'm freezing my ass off in Denver. Thank you again to the people that came out for Comedy Awards. Look, and I went on stage in the middle of it. I probably missed nothing besides foreign awards.
Did you listen
Yeah.
to Joaquin's speech?
Oh, did I listen to it? Did I listen to it? No. Did I get into a brutal fight with my wife about it? Yes. Okay?
What did she say?
This is Monday. Monday. We're settling in for the night. I got home on Monday, settling in. Did you watch the Academy Awards? Yeah. What'd you think? Back and forth, blah, blah, blah. I thought Joaquin's speech was great. That's what she says. I go, wrong. She goes, what are you talking about? I go, I don't know. I started listening to it. I was in the green room. Of course, I'm with comedians. We start to snark on it. But then we snarked for like 3 minutes, and then we stopped, and he was still going on about lactate. Now, here's the deal, okay? I get that you are passionate about, and I understand. I'm all for it. Then go on the Joe Rogan podcast and talk about it for 3.5 hours. You can't do it in 45 seconds. You can't do it. It doesn't make sense. No one can digest it. And I hate to literally be that pun, but no one can absorb what you're giving out. Nobody. I'm on the Ricky Gervais bandwagon where it's just say thank you for playing pretend
Yeah.
well, Realize the hierarchy of what we're talking about here, and you got to keep going on, bro. Thank some people. Thank people that you don't normally thank. Thank the fucking the third grip. Thank the fucking transpo guy who drove me back and forth.
The guy who won for
I don't mind those
cinematography.
people.
That's what he did right. He
I
thanked
don't
his grips.
mind.
He thanked all the people
Thank
that
the
were...
people that you never hear that get thanked.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. Spend 45 seconds doing that. I don't even mind that you have the passion for what you have the passion for. But this is just, it doesn't make sense. It's not the right form. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not even saying don't do it. If you want to do it, but don't, it's not good. You wonder why people turn it off? And it's not their fault. It's undigestible in 45 seconds.
Yeah.
You're trying to teach me mathematics in 45 seconds. It's not going to happen. I'm an idiot. Okay? I don't even know if I can eat soybeans because they're not, is it lactose? Does it have it in it? I don't know. But now I'm confused about soybeans. Listening to the Joker's fucking speech. Does this make sense to anyone else? But of course, she's like, no, everyone has their forum and this is his forum. And what bigger audience are you going to have?
Not that big of an audience. It was the least watched Oscars, I think, ever, right?
The least watched.
So not that big of an audience. These celebrities keep going on and on about how they have an audience.
So then to her point, she's like, fine. Well, if then people
really
are turning off, it's just liberals watching, well, then you're preaching to the choir and they'll let them say what they want. I go, well, fine. But I don't like... There's a reason why I don't go to church every week, because I don't need to be... I get it. I'm the... I understand. I don't need to hear it. I don't need to hear it.
Yeah. I told Brenton about 2 months ago I was at my Starbucks on Sunset and Vine drinking coffee and writing, and Joaquin was right next to me picking up his order. And I was just drinking milk right in front of his ass. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And for the record,
yeah,
you know what we had for dinner last night?
What?
Chicken. Didn't change a fucking thing in my house.
Yeah.
Didn't change a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Except you're not getting milk now. Probably for a while.
I don't even drink milk anyway. I'm lactose
You're not
intolerant.
getting milked.
Oh, I'm not getting
She's
milk.
obsessed with. She's upset with you. You don't tell her she's wrong.
No.
And here we are.
And here we are. Maybe I'll join you at the fucking the
The timeshares.
speaking
You'll
of the
get
Oscar,
gift cards.
don't sign me up, please. Do you have the tally for who ended up winning our Oscar?
Well, I don't know what your picks were because you all put them down separately. So just tell me how many you had.
Oh, I know my picks.
Did you rip out your page?
Oh, I threw it away.
Why would you throw it away? You wrote it down in
Brenton,
secrecy.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't need.
do it this
I
way.
don't want
We're
to
gonna
have
sit
to
here
remind
and
you of
write it
this.
on our own page.
I started
that
this
way we
fucking
don't
podcast.
influence each other. So I'm gonna have
And
mine
what-
on your. You
Yup.
have yours on yours. You have yours on your.
You had to break.
great.
Where is yours?
I started this podcast, and I needed you to be the brain and write shit down. So you didn't write
First
it
of all,
down.
you don't have handwriting
Except
that's legible.
Okay, fine. Then you got to go back and listen to what we said out loud, because we said them out loud.
Well, let's go through. What did you pick?
I don't
You have to remember what you picked.
Stop attacking me, please. I'm still getting over the altitude. Okay, I was in Denver for 5 days. Please.
What is wrong with you?
I'm a little. I just felt attacked there. And I needed to.
All right. Well, you had Joaquin Phoenix, right?
Yeah, I won that
So there's
one.
one.
The only
We-
acting one.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
all
get
tied
right.
on that.
No,
You had Brad Pitt.
Yup.
Who did you have for Best Actress?
I had Renee Zellweger, the winner.
you have 3.
I know you did not.
I did not. You
I
didn't have
did.
Laura Dern, though.
I did not have Laura Dern.
Okay.
I did.
So you have 3. Did you have Toy Story 4?
Yes, and
So
none
have
of you
4.
did either.
You have 4. Cinematography, 1917.
Got that right.
5.
Neither one of you guys. Yeah.
Costume design. You
Fuck.
picked the Joker, I think. You picked Little
The
Women.
Joker? I don't think I picked the Joker. It was a fucking smile and a clown mask. I wouldn't have picked that. I'm not stupid. Maybe I
Once
picked
Upon
Little
a Time
Women.
Out. You did not.
I picked Little
You
Women.
did not pick Little
There
Women.
was a lot of costumes
No,
in
no,
that,
no, no,
Brenton.
no. Don't.
This is the
now
fucking problem.
Start coughing again and shut
You
up.
should have done your job.
He picked Little Women because he had the good point of saying they have to win something, so it'll make people
looks
happy.
like me. We have similar
No,
voices
no, no,
and
no.
facial
No.
similarities, Brenton.
So
you don't
have-
even remember
that
who
one you
said
got
what.
wrong. You have 5.
I don't think I'm.
Best documentary feature.
I got that one.
What?
You got
That's it? We're taking the word for it?
No,
What did you have?
You picked Edge of Democracy.
You picked Edge of Democracy.
No,
You're wrong.
No. I said the one. It's the little girls on bikes. No, it's girls
Okay,
on
you're
skateboards
still
learning how
wrong.
to in war zones.
You're still wrong.
What?
This is best documentary feature. That was the short. We didn't do the short.
I don't know why I'm arguing. We easily go back and listen to this and know who.
That would be a good podcast. Is us going back into the last week's podcast.
I'm not interested in being part of that podcast.
First of all, Lucas brought his. I brought mine. You're the only one without your homework.
Because when I throw up my ideas, I throw them up. You don't clean up the vomit. Someone else clean. That's your job. You got to write it down. I told you that.
You wrote it down, and you should have brought it. What are you doing?
I wrote it down
ripping
from my
out
own
pages?
brain. Watch this. You know when this is done?
No, look at it.
Fucking
Look at
rip it up, and I'll throw it away.
pretty
This is
good.
from episode 1 right here. That's episode 1.
No, go. Next idea.
Jesus Christ, Steve. Okay, so you have 6. We didn't do that one. We didn't do that one. Score.
We did do that one. Score.
We did have score. What'd you have for score?
Fuck if I remember, dude.
I had John Williams. I lost.
I had 1917. I lost.
I had Joker.
I was gonna say, try to pronounce that name.
I had Hilder. Dude, you don't know about
Okay, so we'll give you that one a 7, and then I was the only one who got Best Picture. I had Parasite.
Yeah.
Fuck it. No way, dude. Are you gonna tell me right now you won this thing? Because I know
No,
I won.
I only got 4. You had 7. How many did you
yeah,
have?
7.
I had about 7. Yeah.
Great. Well, you lost for sure.
I lost for sure. But
Wait,
who's
so
who's
who's-
doing this scene with
Oh
me?
God, because I got the scene. I want The Bachelor. I wrote it. I'm going to transcribe it. Their conversation that they had about feelings.
No, we're
on
doing
feelings.
for the Oscars. We're doing Jojo Rabbit. For Bachelor, we can do
Who
a
the
Bachelor
fuck
scene.
made you boss of JoJo?
We said that last week. Go
Yeah,
back
I
and
can
listen
see
to the
that.
tape.
all of a sudden you
That was
remember
Go back
what
and
we
listen
said
to the
last
tape.
week?
It was said last week. Ask Emma.
No, that
Oh,
was
the JoJo
deal.
Rabbit.
Jojo
Kids.
Rabbit for the
Yeah.
Oscar. Why would we do Bachelor
Well,
with the
because
Oscar
I can do a
bet? That's
different one.
stupid.
It's better. It's a
No,
better
no, no,
idea.
no, no.
These two dummies
Jojo
talking
Rabbit
to
will be
each other.
fun.
Whatever. We'll figure it out. I'll decide what we're going to do. But I ended up probably winning, or me and Lucas. All I know is you fucking came in last, and that's why
I did come
you
in last.
magically forgot to remember how to add up the scores and really, even talk about it.
I have my score right here.
I'm
He has his score right
surprised
there.
Parasite got Best Picture. I did not see that. I thought 1917 would for sure.
I did not see. I didn't see the Didn't they get They got picture. He got director. I
Yeah.
did not see that.
He was a fun. He's a fun guy too.
Well, yeah.
That poor guy, his liver.
yeah.
Every time he won an award, he was talking about drinking more.
Really?
Yeah.
Every speech. And the first one he won, he was like, I'll be drinking for
I only
the next
saw the end
2
when
hours.
when he was like he let his other guy talk, and he was like looking at the statue like he couldn't even believe that it was like he like got another one. He was like laughing, and he told his guy to like wrap it up. It was great.
Yeah.
Plus, you got to talk. You got to translate twice. And you got to.
Yeah.
So it's there's a whole fucking.
But
thing
it was
there.
great. The only thing he did know how to say in English was, I'm going to get drunk.
Yeah, and he probably did, man.
I heard they partied at some Koreatown restaurant till like 5 in the morning.
Really?
The whole crew, yeah.
Nice. Good for them. Well, I didn't see the movie yet. I'm sure it's great. I got to go check
It's
it out.
fantastic.
It is, right? Mm-hmm. Did you see 1917 though?
I did not.
It was a visual,
1917 is
beautiful,
visually
like, fucking
beautiful, and
awesome
that's why it
story.
won cinematography. I get why it didn't win Best Picture. It visually great, but as far as the story and the dialogue and everything,
Yeah.
there wasn't a whole lot to that. It was just, we got to get to this place at this time right now.
I'll tell you this: I'd rather listen to Joaquin Phoenix's speech again than Renee Zellweger's.
Yeah.
I'd rather live Joaquin Phoenix's speech than listen to Renee Zellweger's. So I'm not just talking about don't make points about like what you believe. Just fucking be succinct.
Yeah.
Have an idea of what you want to say. Get up there, say it, thank you, and get the fuck out of there. Meandering on about all your bullshit. What are you doing? You're embarrassing yourself. You're ruining your own brand.
What did you think of the Eminem performance?
My wife and I disagreed. She's very attracted to him, and she said he looked great. I thought he looked a little heavy, but I'm used to pilled up Eminem.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
used to like skinny Eminem.
Yeah.
He looked a little heavier. He looked a little, and I thought he was lip syncing, but this was also
No,
like
he just had a backtrack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. The sound was really down. I had like a minute before I was going on stage, so I was sort of like in my own head and just kind of watching it. But it looked like he would pull the microphone away and shit was still going. Or
It was him singing
Whatever.
and backtrack, and then he would really
I guess
be
I'm
singing.
glad he came out. I'd rather listen to Eminem than like the 5 songs from movies that I didn't really care about.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I
I
guess-
love the people in suits though, just headbanging.
Headbanging,
Well,
they
the-
don't know. Some of them were just stiff. Some of them were getting into it.
The backstory was he won in 2003, and he didn't show up because he didn't think, he didn't show up and he would have performed it, but he didn't think he had a chance to win.
Oh, really?
And then he won, so I guess he tweeted that sorry it took him so long to get there, but
Oh, that's
he's
cool.
very grateful. So
I
that's
didn't
why
know
they
that.
had him, even though it was completely out of place. Like, it made no sense that he was singing
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. I didn't know if it was like a 20th anniversary or something like
18.
that. Or I thought maybe he was going to come out with Elton John because they have
Yeah,
that
yeah,
history
yeah, they
together.
do.
So I thought maybe it was a duet thing where Elton John was singing his song from Rocket Man, and he was going to do his. I
mean, maybe it's a
again,
cool thing the Oscars can start doing is just having a random
What, just
surprise.
yeah.
You don't know who's going to show up.
turning it into the Grammys.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
Might
only
help.
the only performance. I'd rather watch Eminem again
Yeah.
than listen to a fucking 3-minute speech. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yes.
Did you watch the XFL?
I watched on Saturday, yeah.
Yep.
Really? I watched on Saturday whatever the games that were televised. I don't know how they're picking the games that are
They
televised.
were all televised.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
One was on Fox, and then
And
the other.
ESPN.
So wait,
yeah.
there are only 8 teams?
Yeah.
Oh, because there was 4 games. All right, because I was like, oh, where are the rest? I'm used to a bigger. Yeah.
But all 4 games are this Saturday, so they're not doing
Right.
Saturday, Sunday. They did Saturday, Sunday, split.
first week?
Yeah, now it's all Saturday this
all
week.
Saturday. Okay. I did watch whatever the game was. I can't remember what it was. I think
Houston, LA.
it was Cardell Jones.
That was
Washington, right?
Seattle and DC.
What I found really interesting, I loved about it, was the gambling aspects on the front page, the spread on the instead of the records of the teams, it's the spread.
Yeah.
And then the over under was right there too,
Well, they're smart. They
which was
know
crazy
If it's going
because
to take off, you gotta get people
that game
invested.
Have you heard about that game? That game, there was a 51 or 51 and a half over under.
Mm-hmm.
They were at 49, and Washington was up by like 20 points or something like that. And so whoever they were playing kicked a field goal, right? Put them over, but there was a penalty on the field goal. Got them a first down. They got to the first down. They tried to get it in, and they got stuffed. The other team came back and forth. There was still 8 minutes left, and nobody else scored a point.
Yeah.
And the announcers said, they go, if you had the over, you're in now. And as soon as they took the points off the board, they go, oh, don't hold on to those tickets. And the other guy was like, well, there's still 8.5 minutes left in the game. Well, ended up nobody fucking scored a point again.
Nope.
Crazy. And by the way, how the hell does Vegas know about what the over-under and spread's going to be on a brand new football team from guys who, I don't know who most of these guys are.
So, based on the research I did for DraftKings, it's really looking at where the coaches are, like where they came from, what kind of offensive schemes they run, same with the defense, and then you can kind of determine based on the players and the scheme and what they're facing, how many points they could score. So somebody with a lot more knowledge
The rules
than
are
us,
completely set up to favor the offense.
Exactly.
So
So
1 foot in.
higher the better.
Yeah, but I did like the kickoff situation.
Yeah.
The ball goes. You can't start going till he catches it, and they're only 5 yards apart. So you're
Yeah,
not going to have
that does make sense.
Huge. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And you're right there to kind of get the guy. There's not. You could still make a good run back, or the defense is in position to tackle, and everybody's spread out. So it's not like everyone's running into lanes. That's what you're going to miss.
Yeah.
And so I like that. I like the no extra point, even though in the NFL. They moved it back. They made it a little bit harder, but
Yeah.
I like going for it.
1, 2, or 3 is kind of cool.
It's going to make scoring and also spreads and scores and things like that difficult to compute because you never know what you're going to need to go for, right?
Yeah.
What else did I like about it? I like the referee and the transparency between the like if they had a replay call, the guy was just like up there like we're talking right now, looking at it. Mm-hmm. He didn't seem to know any much more than honestly, like watching what they did. I feel confident that any one of us 3 could have sat there and done the exact same thing.
Yeah,
You just slow it down with a game console thing, and then you watch it and you go, yeah, no, he was out,
Yeah.
and that was it. I don't know where they got these guys from. Are they rules people, or are they just like
They're probably
Part-timers.
part-time rules people or former refs that are looking for work.
Yeah, pretty much. Who was the most impressive player? Cardell Jones did pretty well.
Cardell Jones did pretty well, which was disappointing.
I know.
to see.
Buffalo's third stringer 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, they're all the.
there
I
was
think all the
that,
quarterbacks had NFL experience.
Was
I
he
think.
from Houston? Maybe the cornerback they had. The guy they kept talking him up. He went to like Northern Illinois, and they're like, if this guy went to an actual college, like a bigger school, he'd be in the NFL.
Really?
And he was shut down. Like
I
he had a
gotta
great
say,
game.
some of the tackling looked pretty shitty. You could see the defense. Like, yeah, some of the
They just
tackling.
pulled all these guys off the street.
Some guys looked like some guys looked like they didn't know how to tackle. Some guys looked like they were just trying to make the big hit and to like get tape or whatever it is. And but there was a lot of yak, if you know what I'm saying, a lot of yards after the catch going down the field because of some piss poor tackling. Which it's not great in the NFL, but it wasn't great. It wasn't even like college football great, I thought.
Yeah, Pepper Johnson got fired already.
Pepper Johnson got fired, the defensive coordinator for Los Angeles.
After a game.
After one fucking game. I mean, could you imagine you finally come back and go, all right, I'm going to give this thing a run again. I'm going to go play or be the defensive. And they give you one game? What happened? What was the score of that game?
Let's see. It was LA.
I mean, what was it the demise of the franchise? What the fuck? After one game, could this guy done?
He was on the road, and they were the underdog in that game. I think LA played.
Did he scream "run, honkies"? What did he do?
LA played. I think everyone's consensus for the best team.
Houston?
Yeah.
So
Okay,
LA,
yeah, no,
their expectation.
they gave up 37 points.
And did they win?
That bad.
That's not that bad.
Did they win?
No, they
No.
lost. They scored 17.
So they gave up 37, and they were what? Were they the number one seed? What did they? How did they?
No, they were far. I think LA might be one of
One
the
game seemed
worst teams.
Yeah.
Who's the owner? Who owns the LA? What is it? LA what?
LA
Wildcats?
Wildcats? Look. I'll,
We're going to a
Vince
game.
McMahon
I'll
himself.
go to a game. No
Wait,
problem.
Vince McMahon owns the
Wildcats.
LA Wildcats. Well, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yep.
Well, he owns the whole league, though.
I know. It doesn't
Can
seem
he own
fair.
the team and the league?
Yes, he can.
That sounds very
When you
fucking fishy
own
to
the
me.
league, you can do whatever you want.
I mean,
Yeah.
not that I don't think he's gonna. Yeah, but Jesus Christ, to fire the guy.
Yeah, it looks like Vince owns every team.
Dude, he's like playing in his own fantasy football league.
Yep.
It's basically what he's doing. Those people that create their own league and create 10 different teams to play against themselves.
That's really
I'm
dumb.
for
I
it.
love how you can even have the knowledge of being like, and you know what? Fuck the Charger and fuck Pepper Johnson. Get rid of this guy after one game.
And only 37 points. If it was 57 points,
I'll tell-
maybe.
Way to motivate the rest of the other 7 fucking or 6 defensive coordinators. You better not have a fucking Pepper week or you get your fucking your pink slip. You're out the
Walked
door.
into his
dude.
office.
Did you watch all of them?
No, God, no. They already have a Bills Mafia, though. Did you see? They
I
showed
heard
some
that there
Houston
was-
fans.
I heard it was very sad. It was just like 5 of them and no one was around.
Yep. It was an empty parking lot, 5 people jumping off a van onto a table.
Did you see that? Oh, really?
Yeah. Which,
by the way,
the
Steve-
stadiums were
wrestling
not
fans.
filled.
Steve's back's feeling better, so we're going to be shooting a table slam pretty soon here.
That might be a table behind you, Steve.
Kind of. Brenton's, if you could see, if you're watching this, there's a box behind me. It's taped up. As I walked into the studio today, Brenton came in after me and said, I bought you something. It's over there. And we asked, should we just open it live on TV or on the show? And he said, yes. So we're going to do that later on.
And we got the
We
baseball.
also have another addition to the podcast. We've got a baseball that Brenton acquired off the internet. It's an official Rawlings baseball, Major League Baseball, Robert Manfred. And then signed on the side, it says, sorry, I bet on baseball, Pete Rose. Right there.
We forgive you.
Absolutely. Dude, before we bought this baseball, we forgot. Before, okay? I told you how I felt about you, Pete. Okay? Charlie Hustle, greatest hitter of all time. Put the bat on the ball. Never, ever, ever give less than 100%. Always team first. And you got a little fucking loose on the wheel. Okay? Mm-hmm. You paid your punishment. You've said you're fucking sorry. It took a while, but you know what? That's how life works. And now I think you should be more than welcome back into baseball. So you are in our Hall of Fame. This is our first like little trinket that we have here at the studio.
Yes.
There it is.
He's in our
the Pete Rose
our
baseball.
Gamblers Hall of Fame.
And we'll probably hawk it later on for money if we need to. Just in the true spirit of what you would do, Pete. So absolutely. By the way, Major League pitchers and catchers reported today.
Yes, they did.
And I'm more than excited. I saw Garrett Cole's first B pen. Yeah, that's fine. Bullpen session
Sure.
with the Nike swoosh. Still throws me off. It's going to throw everybody off.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
very weird.
Very weird. But he looked great. I'm very excited. Everyone stay healthy. Let's get the guys in. Here's my question: do you think Garrett Cole needs to be one of these guys that needs to apologize and come forward and explain themselves.
He was with them for a couple years.
I think he was on that 17 team as well. Can you look that up, Brenton?
Do you view pitchers much differently?
Because they are not necessarily the receivers of the information.
Yeah.
Did you see? Sorry, did you see these rule changes?
What to the playoff rules?
Everything. These are rules that officially, not the proposed playoff rules. These are official rule changes that are now active for 2020.
For baseball?
Yeah.
No, you want to talk about them? And
These are interesting. You got a 3-batter minimum, so now.
yeah, no, I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's no more lefty specialist anymore.
I'm for that.
Yeah, it speeds up the game.
Yeah, that's what they should be working on.
Speeding up the game.
Yeah, not this new playoff scenario that I'll get into
Which
that
is
in a second.
stupid.
Which is
It's the worst.
yeah, you're going to penalize the best team in baseball by sitting them for a fucking week, while the other teams get momentum, rally around and try to fight each other out, and then you got to come back and try to get hot again. Baseball's every day, dude.
Not only that, but now it's like if you add more teams into the playoff, the whole point of having a 162-game season
is to
because
weed
the
out
best
the
teams
shit. Yes.
slowly rise.
Yes, you
And if you
can't
do a
have.
1-game playoff with a team that won 40 more games, it's pointless.
I don't even mind a 1-game playoff. I certainly didn't like to pick who I want.
I don't mind it if there's 6 teams. I mind it if there's 12 teams.
Get back to this for a second. Can you look up if Garrett? I'm almost positive he was, but let's assume that he was on the 2017 team. Do you think he needs to apologize? And what? Because here's my overlying problem with what's left of this thing, because it's not going away yet. Is that these guys have not.
He was with the Pirates.
A couple of them. He was.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't. All right. So he's good to go.
Yeah.
Fine. But they probably cheated a little bit last year, but he's, got a stink on it, but doesn't have to explain himself. But all these other pitchers and mostly positional guys, only the ones who have gone to other places have come forward. I think there's one guy on Seattle, I think, that played for Houston that came forward and said he was sorry and that he was, but no one else has really taken accountability or beyond like, oh, I was there and the commissioner's report's the commissioner's report and that's that. No one's done that. So I'm wondering if you are on a team with an Astro that was on that team, would you expect some sort of, I don't know, explanation, even if it was just within like the context of the clubhouse?
Yeah. I think you owe me that.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah, I would say no, but your ring is forever not fully respected.
Okay, so you're
You know
saying,
what I mean?
Oh, so you're
Like,
saying
it's
if I'm the guy, I'm coming in, I'm whatever. Let's say I got Bregman. I'm Bregman. I got traded to Kansas City. You're on
Yeah.
the Royals, right?
Yeah.
I come in, blah blah blah. So you're not going to necessarily expect me to come over and be like, hey, I want to talk to you guys about what happened there and this and that. But you're just never going to look at my World Series
Right.
as a legitimate one,
Right.
right? What if I came to you and said like, hey, this is what happened. This is everything. Do you think that would be able to earn your respect?
Yeah.
Or? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. If you broached it,
Yes.
but I don't expect it.
But none of these guys are doing that.
I know.
None of them are doing it.
And they're not going to.
It's because they're all guilty.
Yeah.
I do like the one pitcher that is suing the Astros. Here's the deal. He's never going to win because he was a terrible pitcher.
Yeah.
Okay? Never going to win. The 3 things that are interesting to me about it. Number 1, it was his last game in the fucking major leagues. Okay? Last game ever. Never came up after that. You can hear the drum being banged during his, I think he faced 17 guys, 12 of them got hits. All 12 at bats. There's a fucking, you can hear the like stomp. So it absolutely happened. And the third thing is, if he does, even if he knows he's never going to win, just to make me possibility of having those guys testify would be worth it alone.
Yes.
Having to get up there on the stand and in front of everyone explain what happened and what their part was and what their roles were and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That to me would be worth the entire thing. And that's the only reason the guy was not a great pitcher. It doesn't happen for everyone, but I'd like to just see that brought out because, and look, everyone cheats in all different aspects, but this to me is it's bothering the other players on the inside the way the steroids thing did.
Yeah.
And this is something that, baseball again is turning a blind eye to it, and they're trying to This is instead of dealing with the problem of cheating, the length of the game, they're trying to show us other shiny shit like the new playoff scenario, kind of like juicing the baseball instead of worrying about steroids. And then all of a sudden the ball started flying out and everyone's good to go again. So the playoff situation is ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. If you expect to have 6 teams come in and have 3, how are the logistics of 3 3-game series happening? 6 3-game series happening at once in 2 different leagues.
Right. You'll have overlapping games.
Yes, you're gonna have overlapping games for sure. I don't even know how you work out. And then, by the way, you're gonna have the best team in both sitting there waiting to go. Oh, now I got to wait a week. Does that? I mean, I wouldn't want to do that.
Stupid. Brent said, yeah, you play 162 games to find out who like the best 4 teams are.
Yeah, if they want to increase the amount of teams in the playoffs, then cut down the season to 120 games.
It's to get small market teams, give them a shot, and it's to get more stars into the playoffs so you have more eyes on it. And you know what? It's like, look at a team like Washington. They didn't need an extra team. They snuck in, they won 1 game, and they got on the hot streak just at the end. It was like the playoffs for them started in the middle of September.
Yeah, exactly right.
So it's like they didn't need to get to all that. That's what they already were at. That's when the playoffs start. So you don't need to expand it. You don't need to make it bigger. You don't need to add more fucking people to it. Just keep it the way it is and try to get the games down a little bit during the regular season. Mm-hmm. In the playoffs, playoff baseball is fucking awesome. Yeah. To me, it's the second best thing next to NHL playoff hockey to watch, because as the opposite of it, it's hockey's short. It never changes. Regular season game's a playoff game, same fucking time. Baseball stretches it out, but it's like you want to have those long moments of tension. That's what happens in baseball, and there's nothing better to me.
Yeah,
there's nothing better. Even though they're tainted, those fucking Astros, Dodgers Astros World Series 2 years ago was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah. Do you think more people will come to baseball games when the Astros come to town now?
Maybe to boo them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it's going to get inventive. It's going to be. I don't know if we've seen anything like it before in sports.
I don't
where
think we have.
An entire league is united against one specific organization.
Yeah.
And it will be apparent because everyone's been affected by it. Or they will at least be able to say we were affected by it or feel like they were.
Yeah, and I expect a guy like Bregman or Altuve to speak more out about it than they have.
Exactly. Where is their clubhouse leader?
Yeah.
And I mean, we'll hear more in the next couple of days when spring training gets, going and everyone else shows up. But fucking the no sorry so far. I'm not happy about it.
Doesn't look like the Dodgers play the Astros this year. Too bad.
What a surprise.
They're playing the AL Central. That'd be a fun series to go see in LA.
If you were an Astros fan living in Los Angeles and the Astros were in town playing the Dodgers, would you go in your Altuve jersey?
No way. No
Brenton,
way.
Would you go in your child's small Altuve jersey?
No, I can't go to a Kings game wearing a Sabres jersey. I'm not going to a fucking Dodgers game wearing anything
Staples
other
Center's
than
a little
baby
bit
blue.
little bit different.
How is it different?
Would you rather be Jose Altuve at Dodger Stadium outside walking to your car, or Ari Shaffir at Staples Center? Tough toss-up.
I would never want to be Ari at Staples.
That's too bad. They don't play the Astros this year.
That sucks.
Cowards.
Fuck them. NFL, Myles Garrett's back, reinstated.
Yep. We all saw that coming.
Yeah, it should have been.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought right away, day one? I thought he would have got a couple more games.
I think we all...
No, the fact that he went with his parents and he apologized and he was sincere, and technically, if you go back and watch the video, he got egged on. He made a poor decision, but if he hadn't swung the helmet, everything leading up to that was on Mason Rudolph.
Okay. But just so that we're all clear here, you've now set a precedent that if you strike another player with a deadly weapon, it's a 6-game suspension.
It's a helmet. It's not a deadly weapon.
Sorry?
It's a helmet.
It's called a deadly
It's
weapon.
a helmet, and the other guy started it.
Okay. So that just so that you know.
The other guy started it.
But that's what I'm saying.
All
that's
he did was sack a quarterback who was frustrated because he was losing a game that he was playing poorly in, and then he tried to kick him in the balls.
Yeah, but I think we forgot to mention
What if
that
you hit your wife with a helmet, and then is it the 6-game suspension, or do you get the
Out of
Ray Rice
football.
deal?
Ray Rice deal.
That's I'm just asking.
He's another grown-ass man who started the fight and can defend himself. That's different than his wife.
I'm not
who's-
Brenton. Please don't make that. That was a joke. I'm not
Okay.
trying to make the parallel. I'm saying here is that you're now setting a precedent that 6 games for physical violence against another player in the middle of a game, or even between the beginning and the end of the game, whether it's in a timeout or is a 6-game suspension. That's
6
what it
games
is.
is fine.
Okay.
He ripped
Great.
the helmet off.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't forget that. Like, he took
to
it
me,
off his head.
To me, it says that's half the season. Half the season says that's you've done something very, very wrong. A full season's like we might even not ever let you back.
But Steve, he still has to play for the Browns.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's not
punishment
like,
enough. And technically, they would have suspended him for the playoffs too if the Browns had
Yeah.
actually made the playoffs. So
yeah, that's why I'm okay with
fine.
it.
I'm
It's
fine.
a full off season.
Yeah.
Dude, here's
all
the
good.
problem. You guys are not parents. Okay? You're not looking at it it's not about setting Myles Garrett. It's not about showing Myles Garrett's shown contrition. Okay? He's done that. But you've got to set the tone that this is going to be something that is absolutely not tolerated at all.
Yeah,
and because it's like the 6 games were last year, there's been a bit of time. He said he's sorry. It almost is like, well, we just kind of move on.
Yeah.
It's the NFL. It's a violent game.
Yeah. I'm a football fan. I've heard it before. Remember Albert Hainsworth stomping on Andre Giroud's face?
Yeah, no, yeah, and
He got like 4 games.
Hainsworth stepped on his groins. What's his name? Ndamukong Suh used to be a fucking dirty guy and step on people.
Yeah.
But I mean, like they suspended him over and they fined him over and over.
Look, Steve, they got to compete with the XFL now. We got to get the violent people back in here. They're going to start body slamming each other by week 3.
Vontez
So we got to make it exciting.
Perfect will be back.
That's all I needed to know. That's the kind of league we're
XFL
getting
is
into.
going to have a rule change.
Great.
They're going to build the field around a ring, and people are just going to start jumping in to tackle people.
If it's a race to the bottom,
gonna
I'm
be a
into
ladder at
watch.
the 50-yard
I'm
line.
into watch a race to the bottom. I'm into watch it because we're 3 seasons away if XFL and these guys start going back and forth before we have Roman Gladiator. Like we're going to Gladiator shit again.
Yes.
Or like what was the Any Given Sunday where someone just pulls out a gun, shoots someone, and keeps running down the fucking field and scores a touchdown. And if so, that's when I'll be ready to buy my season tickets, Rams. Saturday night, I watched a fucking college basketball classic. If you were lucky enough to, and I was only lucky because I was in the condo in Denver doing some work, and ESPN I was getting ready to watch the fights, to watch Joe Rogan call the fights down in Houston, and I flipped over at 6 o'clock when the prelims were supposed to come on, and it was about it had to be 3.5 minutes left in the Duke North Carolina game. In North Carolina is beating Duke by about 8 points at this point, right? Duke's number 7th ranked in the country. North Carolina, already this year, Roy Williams has said it's not a great team. It's probably one of my worst teams, which, so not a lot of confidence there in North Carolina, but they're up by 8. So I go, all right, fine. I go, why don't they just switch this over to ESPN2 and put the fucking... I'm like, ESPN's trying to make a real play for, they put a lot of money into the UFC. Like, this is the problem. UFC fans don't give a fuck about this right now. They want to watch the UFC. So you shift that shit over. The game's over. It's 3 minutes left. It's an 8. Well, I'm watching. Boom, 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 boom. Comes down to... There's about 4 seconds left. North Carolina is down by a point. No, 2 points. Yes, 2 points. Down by 2 points. No, Duke is down by 2 points, 4 seconds left. They came all the way back. They're on their free throw line, and they have 1 shot. And this kid walks up to the free throw line, Floyd, I think his name is. I don't remember. And he did the thing where, this is where before anyone even got set, he whipped it off the rim, right back out to himself, came out, faked the 3-pointer, came in, and just popped a 2. Boom. Overtime. Could not fucking believe it. Ice cold. You could have heard a pin drop. Could have heard a fucking pin drop. What is this?
This is a recap.
Oh,
So
okay.
keep ranting.
So he is now. So now we go into overtime, right? All the air sucked out of fucking the North Carolina Stadium, and now we go to overtime. They go up by 6 points in overtime. It's overtime's only 5 minutes. They're up by like 6 or 7 points. They're blowing them out again. All the momentum. All of a sudden, Duke comes back again. Duke comes back and closes the gap in the overtime, and then I'll wait. This is okay. So this is down by 2. Right, he does. This is the move he did. Down by 2. Oh, boom, right back to himself. The pump fake. Almost got the ball stolen. Bam, ice cold, ice fucking cold. Now everyone thought he won the game, including me. I'm going, holy shit, they won. Then he realized, oh, it's only a tie. But look at that. I mean, I guess he said he practiced that. That's a move. I got to write that down for the kids to practice against St. Ignatius. We got to practice that move. So then we're going to overtime. And North Carolina just starts taking it to them in overtime, right? They go up by, I think they're up by 5. Now look, they're up by 5 with 19 seconds left. Jesus. Boom, foul and 1. Okay, they get it to 3. 16 seconds left. Now the game is tied. This kid, same kid, boom, throws it up underneath. Wow. Nobody boxed him out.
Wow.
On the road.
You got to practice that too.
Oh yeah. Those are mic drills all day long, buddy. On the road.
That's insane.
To go to tie the game and then have the energy to come back in overtime and tie the game again and go up. I mean,
I hate Duke. Where do you fall in that rivalry?
North Carolina. I'm a Michael Jordan man.
Yeah.
I have no dog in the fight.
But I respect Duke. I respect the everything that goes along with Duke. I understand. I'm not a fucking Duke hater just because of Duke.
Right.
But I mean, these North Carolina Duke games, most of them are pretty incredible. This one was like something fucking special to watch. I was psyched to watch. I was like, oh, and then I got to watch the UFC after. Golf this past weekend. Congratulations to what's his name? The Canadian kid that won the AT&T up there. What's his name? I can't remember his name. Fuck. It's so
I don't
bad.
watch the British Open.
It's not. It's just the AT&T Pro-Am upstate in beautiful Pebble Beach. I watched a lot of that this weekend. Nick Lowry was
Nick Taylor.
Taylor, yes, yeah. Nick Taylor. Congratulations to him. The AT&T is this weekend. No, not the 18. Was it the whatever Tiger Woods? It's Riviera. It's the LA Open. They're all here.
Genesis.
Genesis. That's right. Thank you very much, Lucas. Yeah, the Genesis is this weekend. Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Brooks Koepka making his 2020 debut. Dropped from the number 1 player in the world this week to number 2. Rory McIlroy went up to number 1, and neither one of them played last weekend. So just sort of the way the standings went out.
Did you do a DraftKings?
I did a DraftKings. I did not finish in the money. Speaking of finishing in the money, one of us on this dais over here is done, and I've sang your praises before, and I'll sing them again. It doesn't make any sense to me how you're doing it, but you won again in fantasy basketball, was it?
Fantasy basketball. But
fantasy
I did
basketball.
This is why it's impressive. I did 3 lineups in a 1-game showdown, and all 3 of them placed in the money. I came in 61st, and then 2nd and 1st. Which had to have pissed off.
And how many people
everybody.
were in this whole thing?
It was like a 600-person contest.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a big one, but first, second, and the third lineup still made my money. It was $10 buy-ins, and I made $1,315.
Damn, son.
But first and second place, I don't care how big the group is, that's fucking impressive. With 2 different lineups. It's not like I repeated and they both finished it. There was 2 separate lineups.
And how long did it take you to do that?
I don't know. I listened to...
A minute? What?
To make it...
Yeah. 10 minutes?
I read the breakdowns, injury reports. Yep. I read the breakdowns for the game. I looked at the point total, and I just determined, because it was the Suns-Lakers game, Ayton was out, Baines was out, so it's like they had no big men, so Anthony Davis is going to smash, but it's also going to be a blowout, so they're not going to play the whole game, so him and LeBron are going to sit, and that means Rajon Rondo is probably going to do well. Dwight Howard, like, who's going to cover him? Because no one's his size for the Suns. They're not going to fucking cover him. He smashed.
And you
Killed
spent probably, what, 20 minutes doing that, right? And you made
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah.
And on Saturday, you're going to spend 2 hours in a fucking conference room in Escondido and make $50. You have to split with
Gonna
your
get a
wife.
gift card.
Um,
Timeshare.
I think it's Tiger Woods this weekend to win his 83rd and record-setting
If you believe
PGA.
that, I'll make the lineup right now. Do you want to make a lineup?
I'll do it in a minute. I have to leave. I have a game, but I'll do my lineups on my own. You know what? You're so aggressive. You're like a lineup bully. Want to make a lineup? I'm going to
You wanna
lineup
make
with
a
you right
lineup?
now, dude.
Let's do it before it fills up. $5 contest.
Go ahead. You pull it up, and I'll talk about the other things I want to talk about before I get out of here, okay? I think Tiger Woods is going to have a big week this weekend. That's not too crazy. He's played well, and it also is his home tournament. So, and then Bernie Sanders won the New Hampshire primary, finished by, who called it? Pete Buttigieg. I called it. Thank you very much.
You did.
Pete Buttigieg, second place, and who followed by Amy Klobuchar.
Yep.
And then Elizabeth Warren, and following down as Crazy Uncle Joe, soon to be on the lecture circuit. It's almost over for this fucking guy.
God.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care how he does in South Carolina. It's a fucking shit show so far. You guys can talk about The Bachelor, land this thing for me like you did last week. I appreciate it. But just so that everybody knows, I know what I'm doing with The Bachelor. I have 2 of the 4 ladies remaining are on my fantasy team. The other 2 were on Lucas Hurl's fantasy team, and Brenton, as good as he is in basketball, is as terrible as he is in love.
Was I at a disadvantage being a gentleman and letting you guys pick first? Yes, absolutely. And here I am with everyone eliminated.
Yeah.
You did have an advantage there.
You chose
Did Peter
poorly.
make a bad decision? Yes, he did. Very much so. I had
by doing the show.
2 women left. I had Natasha and I had Kelly. 2 grown women who would make great wives. And what's this fucking guy do? He goes with batshit crazy. He goes with I cry every time we're together. He goes with I'm a child. I don't even know what I want yet. And he goes with I'm a virgin. You clearly aren't religious. And as soon as you sleep with someone else, I'm going to freak the fuck out.
Guess
so
what?
Good luck with that, Peter.
The lawyer Kelly pulled
Good
the
luck with
Hillary
that.
Clinton. She didn't do the legwork. She assumed it was in the bag. She goes, I'm a lawyer. They're not going to. How is he not going to choose
They are
me?
children.
And you got the other 2 crying
He's now
1
with
and 2,
children.
and beauty pageant
I hope
fucking
he's happy with his
23-year-old.
children.
And
He
she
can
just
have a
went,
fun time babysitting them
Yeah.
at their hometowns.
guess what, dude? That's what this fucking game's about, bro. It's not about
Well,
finding
I'm
a
not-
truly meaningful relationship with a
Based on our
person.
point total, if both of your girls go out next, you only tie me. So I haven't
Dude,
lost yet.
Again, this is fucking crazy math. All I know is
Haven't lost yet.
I know the things that are going to happen, and Brenton tries to steal the glory when it's over.
Haven't lost yet.
I love every one of you. I'm going to be in San Diego this weekend with these 2 dickheads.
Yeah.
All weekend long. 2 shows
I
Friday.
got you a present.
They're probably sold out. 2 shows Saturday. Get on them now. 1 show Sunday. Come watch. You could probably walk in if you want to on Sunday. But, who knows? They may sell out.
We'll
Just do it
coupon
now.
on Sunday.
Thank you, guys. We'll be back next week. All right.
Yeah, you got your
guys.
present.
Yeah.
Oh,
open
yeah. I
the
got to
present.
open this up.
Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
If it's an animal, I can't take it home with me.
It's not an animal. It is fragile, but it's not because it's an animal.
This is like
Can we,
what's in the box?
Emma, can we get a camera on Steve and the box,
Jesus.
please? Oh, that's actually pretty good. I think that's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh boy. What is this, buddy?
Don't make a mess.
Okay. What's this for?
I won $1 million.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Can I do this?
Yeah, that's fine. Just don't go deep.
For those of you listening to this, I would just go find the YouTube video.
So,
this is gonna make great podcast
Good
content.
podcasting.
so Steve and I figured would be
Steve, do you
1
wanna
and
help?
2 in The Bachelor. So you still have a shot at second.
I still have a shot just based on how we do the points in our league is as your girl is eliminated, she gets points based on how long she's lasted. So when you guys lost girls in the first cut, you only got 1 point for those girls. Whereas Kelly and Natasha got me 5 points each because they lasted that long.
What the fuck? Dude.
Yeah.
What the
Right?
fuck? I thought this was a joke, Brenton.
Right?
Brenton, are you about to make me cry on my own?
Can we get a
fucking
camera on
podcast?
Steve crying?
Brenton, these are the real autographs.
Yeah, those are real
This is
autographs.
a scene that touched my heart.
Yeah. Talk into the mic. Don't talk off the mic.
Dude, I thought this was going to be a picture of me and you like on a horse or something. This is the fucking nicest thing anyone's ever done
It's
for me.
there should be something that tells you who all signed it, but it's like Mariano Rivera, Jeter,
looking at it. I know
Joe
what-
Torre,
Yeah.
and it's numbered, so only a handful of those were made.
I swear to God, if you bought a picture and framed it and put your little signatures on all these yourself, I would still consider
there's
this the
a
greatest gift I ever
certificate.
had in my life.
The frame's a little scratched. I
Dude.
apologize, but you
Get
know.
over here, you big fucking... I can't even... What am I going to do with this? I got to go home and sell this right away.
No, don't sell it.
Get over here. Thank you, dude. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. Even though I'm finally being acknowledged for the gift
This is
I
not
gave
me
you.
acknowledging
No. This
anything.
is clearly
This is not. No,
this
no,
is
no, no, no.
clearly
No, no,
someone
no.
feeling bad about all the gifts I bestowed upon them, changing the entire
This is
trajectory
me
of your
being a
life.
generous human being.
And now you're like, how do I put my fucking head on the pillow every night, knowing that this guy did it all?
Next,
I'll
he's
know
gonna
what
take
I'll do.
credit for the basketball.
I'll buy him something that means a lot to him, and you did. dude.
Unbelievable.
This is unbelievable. I can't. I mean, I don't even. I'm not even gonna go home with this. I don't want anyone to see this. I don't want my family. This is
Put it back in the box and tape it back up.
this is unbelievable.
That's the
Just be
most-
careful because it's not in the unless you put it back in the bubble wrap.
I like how the frame is pinstripe too.
Actually,
That's
you know
pretty
what,
cool.
This box is not gonna fit in my car. Oh yeah, well, in the back.
Do you want to put it back in here?
Yeah, put it back in there.
Where?
In the
that?
bubble wrap?
Yes.
This will fit.
Bingo. We'll condom slide it.
Yeah, there you go.
We're going sideways.
Maybe we should have ended the podcast.
Yeah, we should have, but
I don't think it's gonna go.
we're
Oh,
still
yeah.
on.
Oh, sloppy pod. Person
this
that
is the
can
greatest
end the
podcast.
stream is standing up away from the computer, and Steve
how
doesn't
shocked-
have the theme song ready to go.
How shocked were you at the end of The Bachelor last night? Did you think
I was
for
pissed.
sure?
I can't.
I
love
thought
you guys.
Kelly had a really good shot.
I did too.
And it's like he keeps getting into fights with Victoria. It's like, why the fuck? Look at this article. Look at the title. Why is Victoria F still here?
yes, she's trouble. I really hope she doesn't win, Steve.
Well, just based on the next week's promo,
Of course,
it
she
sounds
breaks
like
down.
he's gonna leave before he like even walks into her house.
I'll say this. No one else will. Best tip ratio. Sorry. Could pay a heavy factor. No one knows. And by heavy, I mean heavy globes. Goodbye, everyone.
All right, that's the
What
show.
an exit line.
Come see us this weekend in La Jolla. Brenton's making his TV debut on Friday. We're having a party at the front of the
Friday
Comedy
at
Store.
11 o'clock on Comedy Central. The Ringers, Bill Burr's The Ringers. Please watch it. And, you know, you don't have to be mean in the comment section. I tried really hard. Steve walked off with the theme song. We'll put it in post.
Yeah.
Goodbye,
yeah, I'll
everybody.
fix it in post. It's cool. Bye.